I'm on video too.
Yes.
Jeez.
We'd like to know what your name is.
Dave Pinter.
This is Dave Pinter. He works at the assisted living home across the street from Towson University. It's the Maples, correct?
The Maples of Towson.
Maples at Towson. Okay, and Andrew Fodel is going to ask him some questions about how they live. It's not Fodel, is it?
No, it's not. But that's
What
not
is
a
it?
big deal. It's Fodel.
Yeah.
One of the things we were curious about was what sort of activities you guys offer the elderly that are coming in to live here to kind of keep them.
Good question. Everything from exercise to crossword puzzles. We have the Wii games. We have things to keep their mind active, their body active, and their spirit active. So we have everything from church services to exercise programs, to playing Jeopardy, to playing bingo, to
Tapioca?
we don't have that, but a lot of different things. We have two separate activities program. One for folks who are very cognitively aware, and one for folks who are not, who have some early forms of dementia.
Okay.
So there's two separate activities programs here.
And,
Okay.
what's generally the type of what's the word for elderly that usually have admitted?
Okay, and admitted's not a word we like to use because you're not admitted, but that's okay. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
If people move in here, and it's normally people that move into an assisted living are folks who need some type of assistance, what we call ADLs. ADLs is your activities of daily life. So people usually need some form of help in bathing, physical therapy, as far as some folks just got released from a rehab center and they may need some additional rehab on their foot or their hip or for whatever reason. But people coming into an assisted living normally, for the most part, need some type of help, some type of assistance with one or more of their ADLs, with one or more of their activities of daily life.
So there's also some residents here that are just simply here for rehab and such.
Yeah, and what we call those folks, people can come in here for what we call a respite stay. You can come in for 30 days. You can come in if you were released from St. Joe's Hospital or GBMC and you needed to rehab a hip or a shoulder. And your family can't do it at home, because what we're doing here is not only the rehab, we're providing 3 meals a day, we're cleaning their room, we're doing their laundry, all those things. So on top of just living here, we're helping, we're assisting them with their activities.
I mean, I might want to live here, you know, you cleaning it. And
you don't want to.
actually, that is one of the things. Is it fairly expensive?
It is.
It's okay.
It is. Our rooms, just for the room and the meals, private room, meals, daily reminders, is going to cost you anywhere from $3,100 a month to $5,700 a month. Now, that's not including any care. So
Okay.
Care, that's an additional amount of money.
Okay,
So it's not cheap.
so is there any like programs that you have? Say if I'm a lower class citizen and I have an elderly parent and we're just in the area, and I really need, say, my grandmother to have somewhere to live. Is there any way that you can help out financially?
Great question.
If I can't?
Very good question. And unfortunately, at the Maples and most places up in the Towson area, we don't. But there are similar places in the Maryland area where we have, it's called the Medicaid waiver.
Okay.
In other words, a community like the Maples could have 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 extra beds for people who spend down. They spend all their assets, and then the government will pick up what we call the Medicaid waiver, so you stay in the same community, but the government is now subsidizing your stay. The Maples, because we're small, we don't do that. We don't have the Medicaid waiver.
Okay. So.
But that's a good question. That's a very good question, because 2 of the most common questions asked when people come in here looking for their mom, their grandmother, or dad is, what happens if we run out of money, and what happens if mom or dad need additional care?
Okay, so when you pay for, say, the care package, is this all inclusive care, or is there like stages of the care package?
This guy's on the ball, man. That's a good question. It's 3 different levels.
Okay.
You have level 1, 2, and 3. And the Maples is what we call we are licensed as a level 3 community.
Okay.
We can do up to what we call level 3, which is the highest amount of care you can give in an assisted living community.
Okay.
So you pay based on your needs.
Okay, so
if you just need help bathing, that's one
Level
area.
1.
But if you're all the way, if you're incontinent and you need a lot more of additional
Mm-hmm.
help, you pay additional money.
okay, so
And is the caregiver, is that assigned by you guys, or is that kind of a...
It's assigned by the floor. So in other words, you have 3 floors here at the Maples, and each floor has several caregivers.
Okay.
Caregivers. So it's whatever caregiver is on that floor.
so it's basically an RA or rooming.
It is an RA, absolutely. Now we also have nurses, and we have a nurse practitioner that comes here 2 times a week. But for the most part, the people doing the hands-on work are your resident assistants.
So are the resident assistants and the resident, do they get to develop a really close relationship?
Very good.
Very close,
good
okay.
Relationship, absolutely. In some cases, they don't, and they may request that we would want someone.
Change it for possibly.
Exactly. It doesn't happen so much, but the residents here are human beings.
Yeah.
So they have, they can get along or not get along with people just as well, just like anyone else.
Okay, and what else did I want? So are the floors are organized by the level of care
Nope.
that they
No,
receive?
Any resident can live on any floor. It's by choice and by availability.
Okay.
So you can have a high level of care and be on the first floor. You can have a high level of care and be on the 3rd floor.
Okay, and say resident interaction, is that something that you guys promote, or?
Absolutely, 100%. We do a very good, what we call a little background check. Not a check, but a background. We ask the family a lot of questions about their interests before they come in. What do you like? What did your mom like before? What does your mom like to do now? What do you think your mom would like? What do you like? And we try to pair them up with someone with the same level of interest or the same interest level. And a lot of times that works in making the transition here a lot easier. Because it's very tough leaving your house of 50 or 60 years and coming to a place that's foreign and you may not know anyone. It's very difficult.
It's like college all over again.
It's like college, and that's a good thing. If you ever come here at lunchtime and this table doesn't want to sit near that table and they don't want to sit near that guy, but it's pretty good.
So there's resident beef.
Absolutely. We call it cliques, little cliques. Absolutely. Yeah.
So as far as family visitation, are you guys really lenient on that, or is there a certain visitation hours?
It's their home. Actually, that's a very good question too. This is their home. We're in their home, so they can come here 24 hours a day. The family.
Wow.
We don't have any
So
restrictions.
there's beds in like the rooms, such as if a family member wants to stay the night, or a whole congregation of church members want to stay the night.
It's very difficult for that, though. We're limited when other people want to stay because it's state regulated. So in other words, if someone stays and we have a cot available, we can make that happen. But they have to we have to be aware that someone's in this building at all times in case there's a fire or things like that. We have to know everybody in the building.
So there's somebody working all around the
24
clock.
hours a day.
So there's how many people work at a time per shift?
It varies. It varies. I'm going to have to take this call.
Okay.
Hi, this is Dave.
We're gonna record Dave having
Hey,
a
how are you?
conversation.
I am. I'm actually in a meeting, but I am on site.
Say hi. Fodell. Andrew.
Yeah, what I did was I went up and gave him my card with your number, and I said, Stan may want to talk to you. So I said, I did that earlier.